I hope that all of you can see the page on which I'm going to write. I want that all of this should be, the whole of this page should be visible to you. Can you see it? Can you see the whole page, students? Yes, students. Okay. I'm just going to start it, and I would say, okay, fine, beta. Okay. Ahmed is there. Mohammed Ahmed. Mohammed Ahmed, unmute your mic
Yes,
for us.
sir.
Wa alaikum salam. Okay, I'm. Last time there was a technical problem that when I was taking the online class, something happened wrong. That whatever was a lecture, it was recorded well, but unfortunately, due to some technical reason, the whole window was video screen was enclosed in a small window. So that's why the audio was quite clear, and the video recording was in a very small box, though apparently it is coming exactly on the whole screen. So what I would do that I will permit you to record it for as a cover up of this video lecture. So I'm permitting you, Ahmed, only. So uh, what you should do if you are using your laptop or your computer, so I would say that you can record it as well, because I'm recording it, so you too should record it for the moment.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Question number 3, part number 5. I will solve part number 4 for you as well, but right now I am starting with part number 5. Part number 4 is important one, but we are starting with part number 5 first. It is stated 3x square plus 7x equals to 0, and we are using solution by computing squares. Solutions by computing scale. Remisha, okay, students, can you see? Can you see the whole page?
Yes, sir.
Remisha, can you see the screen? Because students are saying they can see the whole page on the screen.
No, sir.
Are you getting? If you are not getting the page, can you reconnect it again? Because I feel that might be some other problem. Because if all students are getting the page, if you are not getting that, means that there might be something wrong with your side. So just try to reconnect it, and then let's see what will happen. Okay. Okay. If any of you of the students who are who want to, who are feeling that the screen is not clear, please you should unmute your mic and you should ask me. Okay, the question is, the format of the question was that I told you last time that whenever we will get x square, we have to keep it separate. So it is only possible if we divide the whole term by its coefficient. Its coefficient is 3. So keep on the division, keep on dividing every term by the coefficient of x square. So x square coefficient is 3. So you will have to divide every term by 3. The purpose is that we can separate x square like this one. Fine. So once it has been done, then you will be in a position to complete the square easily. So for the completion of the square, I have written last time, and again I would write here. Uh, if you remember that completion of square is done, like if you have a square plus a square plus 2ab plus b square, then this is equals to a plus b whole square, right? So what I have to do, that I will convert the question in the form of right hand side, so that I can complete, I will generate three terms first. Three terms of the form means that will contain two perfect squares. But you can see that we have only two terms right here, but one of them is a perfect square. So what I will do, that I will adjust it as a whole square, like just like this one, like this one. It is parallel to this one. You can say that in place of a I have written x. Now what I have to do, that I will write 2 ourselves, because in the formula we do need to write 2. So you will write the first term. What is the first term? That is x. In place of a, you have already marked x. So you will write 2x. Then what will you do? That you will divide 7 over 3 with 2 as well. So you will write 2, you will multiply the next term with 2 and you will divide the next term with 2, so that we can find what is the missing term b. So missing term is b, in fact 7 over 6. So how it is generated, that you will multiply the next term with 2 and you divide it by the next term with 2. Now because we have only two terms, but we have come to know that which is the missing term. So 7 over 6, this is a missing term. So you have to add its square and then you have to subtract as well, because it was not in the question. So adding and subtracting its square, what it will do, that it will complete three terms. Now if you look at the formula contains three terms on right hand side, and these three terms are collectively equals to sum of square of two terms only. So after the arrangement, what we will do, that we will collect these three terms, first three terms right here. These three terms will be collected and we will write them together as a whole square of x plus 7 by 6 whole square. And we have one term, that is 7 over 6 whole square equals to 0. In the next step, we will shift it on the other side. It will become 7 over 6 its whole square and x plus 7 over 6 its whole square, like this one. Then you take its square root, like this one, and plus minus 7 over 6. This is x plus 7 over 6. And you will see that square root will be cancelled. Right here, square and square root will also be cancelled. So we will get two terms now. So what will you do, that you will write 7 over 6 equals to 1 time positive. You will equate it 1 time positive and 1 time negatives minus 7 over 6. You will see that this 7 over 6 will be, you can directly cancel it right here and you will get x equals to 0, an answer. And for other one, you will have to shift it on the other side. Minus 7 will become minus 14 by 6. So this is equals to x. And x is equals to minus 14 by 6. Like this one. So the two answers will be like, in the solution set, we will write 0 and minus 14 by 6. These two answers will be as solution set. Just let me check the answer. There is nothing wrong. I will proceed. Okay, this 14 over 6 can be further simplified. You can cancel it out and you can make it like minus 7 over 3, and same will be done in the solution set. 0 minus 7 over 3. Okay, the completing square process is, if you people have already done in the previous class, that whenever you have to complete the square, you have to multiply the second term with 2 and you have to divide the second term as well. So by dividing the second term, you will be able to find the missing term, which is actually disguised somewhere here in 7 over in the second term. You have to find the second term, which will be a perfect square. So for that one, you will have to separate it. You will come to know that 7 over 6 is actually the term whose square should be added. Fine. And then you will add it. Third step. Okay, the third step is, wait for a second. Yes, the third step, I'm explaining the third step itself. This is the first one, this is the second one, this is the third step. In the third step, we have just rearranged the terms. So let me do another question of the same form, then I feel that it will be comfortable for you. I'm telling you that in the second part, we will multiply it by 2 and we will divide it by 2. So multiplying by 2 will become parallel to the that part of the formula, 2 times AB. A, you can see that x is taken as A, so it will be 2 times x, and 7 over 6. When you will divide this term by 2, it will become 7 over 6. So 7 over 6 square will be added and it will be subtracted because we have to complete the square. Question is asked that use completing square method to solve the question. So we have to complete the square. For the completion of the square, the second term is missing. That is 7 over 6 square is not written. So you will add yourself because it is not written in the question. You are adding yourself, so you will have to subtract it yourself as well. So, but once you will add and subtract by collecting these first three terms, as I have done, the first three terms were first, second, and third. By collecting these three terms, you will make it a whole square of two terms, first and last two terms by parallel of this formula, according to this formula. Because this formula contains three terms and it is the whole square of two terms. So it will become x plus 7 by 6 whole square. So let me solve another question, then I will be in a better position to explain you. So let me take another example. Let's see part number 7. Question number 3, part number 7. So this is minus x square plus 15 over 2 equals to 7 by 2 times x. So what we have to do in this question, that you will first arrange the terms. Like I would recommend that keep x on this side and 15 by 2 on the other side. It will become minus x square minus 7 by 2x equals to minus 15 by 2. So what you should do, that you should take common negative sign or minus 1 common. It will become x square plus 7 over 2x equals to minus 15 over 2. And you will see that this negative will be cancelled with this minus. The question will become like this one: x square 7 over 2x equals to 15 over 2. Now you are in a position that you can uh, go for the process of completing square. Fine. So how to do it? I'm telling you again. This is a step which I feel this is the most important thing, because once you rearrange or once you do the complete the whole square, that the rest of the part is very simple. So listen once again. You will write it as first term whole square. Again, I am telling you that you will write it as 2. You will write 2 yourself. Then the first term, that is x. And you have to divide this term by 2 and multiply. We have already multiplied this by 2. What you have to do, you have to divide it by 2 as well. Means that I have multiplied it by 2. Then you will divide this 7 by 2. It will become 7 by 4. So in fact, you have to add the 7 by 4 square, and then you have to subtract the same term 7 by 4 its whole square equals to 15 by 2. So I have done it according to the formula. Once again, I'm telling you a square plus 2ab plus b square form. If it is, the question is arranged like this one, it will become a plus b whole square. So what will you do? That collecting these three terms, it will become the square of two terms, that is x plus 7 by 4 whole square. Shift it on the other side, it will become 15 by 2 plus 7 over 4 whole square. Then it will be simplified on right hand side. 49 by 16, we will take LCM. 16, 120 plus 49. On left hand side, this is x plus 7 over 4 its whole square. Now it will become 169 over 16, and on left hand side this is x plus 7 over 4. Now it is time to take the square root on both sides. So once you will apply the sign, automatically you will generate plus minus sign. So it will become 13 over 4 plus minus, because 169 square root is 13 and 16 square root is 4. On left hand side you will get x plus 7 by 4, like this one. Now once again, once it has been simplified, then what will you do? That you will separate these two terms. You will write it x plus 7 by 4 equals to 13 by 4, x plus 7 by 4 equals to minus 13 by 4, like this one. One time positive and one time negative. Then we will go for the further simplification. It will become 13 by 4 minus 7 by 4. So by taking LCM, 13 minus 7, it will become 6 by 4, and on right, on the second part, minus 13 by 4 minus 7 by 4, it will become minus 20 by 4. So answer will become minus 5. One value, it will be reduced 3 by 2. So the solution set will be 3 by 2 comma minus 5. This will be the solution. Okay, please ask the question, because I feel that only this part which I have highlighted, only this part needs some sort of explanation if it is required. Otherwise, rest of the question is quite easy. There is nothing wrong in it. Yes, ask the question. You can unmute and you can ask the question. If any of the student is not getting, please ask the question. Okay. Next question is about, I'm working out the next question. Those are important one. Starting from the next page. Okay, now I'm going to start a question which is part number 4 of question number 3. It is in fact a derivation of a formula that is called, I feel that if any of you have not understood the previous parts, from this part you will be able to understand the procedure for the completing square process. This is part number 4. solutions by computing square. Fine. This is Lx square mx plus n. So I'm starting the question. What will you do? That as rule I told you that what is the requirement, that you will divide the term, with coefficient of x square. So coefficient of x square is L. So we will divide it by both sides by L. Every term will be divided by letter L, like this one, both sides. So left hand side will become x square plus m over L, x plus n over L equals to 0. So it is a first requirement because we have to separate the x square only. We want to have a perfect square. So L was as coefficient, so divided by x. So this will be the same as we have done in all the previous parts. Now computing square process. For computing square process, what will you do? That you will take x as whole square. You will multiply and divide the second term by 2 and divide it by 2 as well, like this one. You multiply the second term by 2 and you divide it by 2 and you keep x like this one. Then what we have done, as I have explained you earlier, that we are doing it parallel to this one. A square plus 2ab plus b square. Once the three terms are arranged, you will make it a perfect square, like this one. So in place of a, the x is there. 2 is according to formula. You have to rewrite it yourself. And you can see that a is right here and b term is this one. So from this arrangement, we come to know that actually the second term whose square should be added is m over 2l. So you will add m over 2l and then you will subtract it as well, m over 2l whole square, adding and subtracting. And this n over l will be as it is, keep it as it is, equals to 0. Fine. And as I told you earlier that you will collect these three terms. Once you will collect these three terms, they will become parallel to this formula and it will become the whole square of first and last terms whole square, like this one. Minus, and you will shift all the terms on other side. Both of these terms will be shifted on the other side. So on other side, it will become m over 2l whole square minus n over l. Now, whole square will give you m square over 4l square minus n over l. And on left hand side, this is x plus m over 2l. It is whole square, like this one. Now you will simplify on left hand side by taking LCM. So I am taking the LCM for the simplification. So it will be m square. Please look at the carefully because this step required some concentration. So L will be cancelled by L, 4L will be multiplied it, so it will become 4 times NL. And on left hand side, it is x plus m over 2L whole square. Fine. So this is the step we have done. So I have taken the LCM in this step. So m square minus 4NL will be there. Now, as a last step, what we normally do that we take the square root. So because LCM is already taken, so mx plus m over 2L, its whole square, m square 4NL and 4L square, its whole square. It will be taken. So it will become m square 4NL over 2L. But this m square minus 4NL, it will be separately been done like this one. Now the LCM will be only 4L square and L, only 4L square will be the LCM. You have to take the higher power while you are taking the LCM. So it will not be 4L cube, rather it will be L square and L, both of these, which whatever is the higher power, that only that will be taken as the LCM. So it will be 4L square as LCM. Okay, now I hope that you have done till this step like this one, because we have taken the square root, so I have placed a plus minus sign right here. Now we will go for the simplification. We will write them separately or equate them separately to find the value of x. This is x plus m over 2l equals to this whole of this portion. Now for the remaining solution, we will write x plus m over 2l equals to plus minus m square minus 4nl over 2l. Now the solution will be like this one, that one time you will make it equated with positive term, and one time you will equate it with negative part on right hand side divided by 2l. Now shift it on the other side, it will become m square 4nl over 2l, m over 2l. I'm solving for this part only. So 2l will be taken as LCM. I also have to take a square root sign, it was missing. M square minus 4nl and minus n. So this is the step of LCM. I'm writing it again. This is LCM. And x will become, I will write minus m first, plus m square minus 4nl later, just rearranging the term, over 2 times l. So this will be the first answer for x. And for like this one, I have solved this one like this one. Now I'm solving for the second part. Same will be done. M over 2l, it will be shifted on other side, minus m square minus 4nl over 2l. Now again you will take the LCM. 2l will be the LCM, minus m minus times m square minus 4nl. This is equals to x. It is the second answer. So what you have to do, at the end you will write the solution set, and you can write the solution set collectively as well, like what I want to say. If you look at two solutions, only there is a difference of this sign. Rest is the same. Fine. It is positive, it is negative. So you can write it collectively, plus minus m square 4nl over 2l. This is the solution of the equation. So this is also called a very important thing which I want to tell you, that we have obtained an answer. If I show you, we started from here. Like this one. We started the question from here, and I told you that you will first divide it by L square, which is the coefficient of x square. You have to divide it on both sides, and you will get x square plus m over Lx plus n over L equals to 0. And then you will collect the whole square. For that purpose, I told you that you will write it as x as a whole square. You will multiply and divide the second term with 2. 2 times you will multiply 2, and then you will have to divide the constant m over L by 2 as well. So it will be the second term. X will be as it is, that will be as a, because we have labeled it as x as a, for example. x will be as it is. So you have to separate this part. 2 will be parallel to the formula, and a will be a will be solved as m over 2l. So m over 2l is actually the missing term b, which was hidden somewhere. We have arranged it, and we come to know that this is a term whose square should be added and subtracted. So m over 2l square will be added and subtracted, and then by collecting these three terms, as I have highlighted, it will become a perfect square of x plus m over 2l whole square. So its whole square will be there, and you will shift all these numbers other than x on right hand side. As you can see that its square will be expanded, it will become m square over 4l square and minus n over l. And then you will take LCM in the next step. By taking the LCM, you will solve it by taking the LCM. It will become m square minus 4nl square, and LCM will be taken. Once the LCM is taken, though, then you have to take the square root on both sides. Take the square root on both sides. It will be as soon as you will apply the square root sign, you will get a radical sign and with plus minus operators. And then you will see that on left hand side square root will be cancelled. Only you will get uh, x plus m over 2l square, and square root will be cancelled. Only left hand side will contain x plus m over 2l. But on right hand side, 4l square denominator will be only taken as a square root will become 2l. And then we proceed further. You will see that once it was being done, yes, then we have taken the square root sign, we have equated one time positive, one time negative, and then you will shift m over 2l on other side, it will become negative, and minus m will be taken as when you will take the LCM. I have done the LCM right here, and then same is done right here. Then both of these answers are collectively being written because there is a difference of one sign only. It is positive, it is negative, rest of term is as it is. So you are getting an answer minus m plus minus m square 4nl over 2l. Now from here, I want to explain you something very, very important. It is a solution of what was the equation actually? The equation was, please, if you look at the question, what I'm writing, it's very carefully, please look at the page. Lx square mx plus n equals to 0. It was the question, right? It was actually the quadratic equation whose solution we have just calculated like this one. Now I want to just ask you that if we just replace it, Lx square mx plus n, instead of lmn, we replace it by the letters ax square bx plus c equals to 0. If it is the equation, instead of Lx square mx plus n, then what will be the solution then? If you directly write the solution, then the solution of x will be, in place of m there will be b, so you would write minus b plus minus b square minus